dominated Justin Trudeau. Which Justin Trudeau, what I was seeing in my vision was that he was going to either not want to fight no more to stay in power, he or he wasn't going to run. I forgot what was the exact wording that I used, and that I was seeing a new that somebody else is going to come into power or could come into power. That it could be a female. It could be a female. I do see that it could be a female that becomes either the new PM. But I already told you guys with Wicked, I saw that they were very blocked. They were gonna win something, but I didn't see them winning a whole lot because a lot of people were saying they were gonna win a lot of awards. It was a really good movie. I I think when it comes to Wicked, one, I believe that it's due to the fact that they don't have original music, and then two, the problems that Ariana had brought due to that home wrecking situation, and it's gonna be very difficult for them to win anything because the movie's blocked. The movie to me, when I see it in terms of energy, I see it blocked. So I already told you guys that Emilia Perez was going to win multiple prizes. And I still see that Selena Gomez could win a prize herself. She didn't win anything this time around, but and I also see the death, or either the death of King Charles, because I don't see that he's necessarily recovering from that cancer, or the death of King Charles, or I see him already having to start the process to transfer power to his son. I don't see him lasting much longer in terms of King Charles. We're definitely gonna have another king very soon. I see in my vision that they've been preparing the change of power for the throne in the UK since last year. So I would say it's coming soon. Definitely is what I'm seeing in terms of that. For Trump, he's coming with a lot of power. I see that he's going to gain even more power. Like I doubted his power from what I was telling you guys. Is I doubted his power. I didn't expect him to be as strong as he was. I think it was also because of the time that I was going through those family losses that we had gone through. I couldn't think clearly, and I guess I didn't see it clearly. But now I see it clearly. He's coming with more power. He's coming with more strength. He's going to influence a lot of elections. For the leaders that come into power in these next 4 years are most likely going to be people more so leaning towards the right, more so leaning towards the right, because he's going to influence like almost every election. People are going to want someone like Trump in their countries. How? I don't know. I that I don't know, pero that's what I see in my visions. And in terms of that, he's coming to stay for 8 years, or at least try to stay for 8 years. He's gonna try to stay for 8 years, so we're gonna have to deal with it. And if he doesn't manage to stay, he will influence the next president to be the one that's elected for. But it seems like he still continues to keep control. So there, we'll see what happens. Pero what I'm visualizing. He's coming with lots of strength, and it is what it is. We gotta stay positive though. We gotta stay positive. Even though like stuff is happening very negatively, we gotta stay positive. We gotta stay positive. We gotta be happy this year. We gotta, even if negative things happen in the world, in our lives, there's going to be positive things happening. So we gotta remember that. Another pandemic is coming. I've said it multiple times, and I'm gonna continue to say it because yo creo que a lot of people don't. They're kind of like, oh, whatever. But another pandemic is coming. I visualize another pandemic. I don't think it's gonna be as bad as COVID, but it's definitely going to be another pandemic. Especially with coincidences don't exist. In the moment Australia lost 100 viruses, that to me that's a sign, and it tells me that there's something coming in terms of pandemic. So that's something that, and I did see that they're starting to make masks mandated again in certain places in the next few weeks. Right away, what I'm seeing is I see more problems with banks. I see problems with banks, either either banks closing or people having problems with their banks, which again, saying that it's a technical thing. I don't see that it's a technical thing. I think there's things going on behind the scenes that we don't know what's going on, but I see more problems with banks. I do see that we're going to take an unexpected turn in terms of negatively for the economy. And I do see businesses closing and people being laid off. Just giving you a heads up. I am visualizing that. Problems with businesses and problems with people being laid off or businesses closing. I see warehouse closing, meaning there's going to be, if you work at a warehouse in terms of stores, commercial wise, where Target, Walmart, um, like warehouses. I see warehouses having to close and people being laid off. So you definitely want to take care of your job and just keep an eye out on that. But that's what I'm visualizing. Definitely with immigration, it does look like there's going to be people deported in masses, and it does look very difficult. That there's going to be some difficult times in terms of immigration. But from what I see is that there is going to be some sort of negotiation. It's going to fix itself at some point. It's going to stabilize itself. And in terms of Trump, I do see that he's going to try to help immigrants still, but immigrants that he sees fit. Meaning in terms of people who, because he wants to help people educated, people who want to study, people who studied while they were here using other programs. So I do believe that he'll try to help DACA or try to bring out a new program that will help and be beneficial for people under DACA. I do see that in terms of people that have any sort of legal case, meaning that you were trying to ask for forgiveness, it's going to be very difficult to get that forgiveness, or he's not going to be giving forgiveness at all in terms of any sort of legal discrepancy, or it's going to be very challenging to even get it. If it was challenging now, it's going to be more challenging then. And in terms of the border, I do see that they're going to try to close it, and I do see that even though they close it, the immigrants are still going to arrive. If they have to go to Canada, if they have to go travel through the ocean, they are still going to arrive and they're still going to get into the United States. So it's basically, to be honest, a little bit of a waste of time, waste of money, but I guess it is what it is. We'll see what happens. I do see that things will balance out. I do see a bit of tensions between him and Claudia Chambo, but I also see that they get to an understanding and they get to negotiate something. I do see volcanoes waking up. Volcanoes waking up that haven't woken up in a long time, meaning they're gonna be smoking, they're gonna be moving, they're gonna be wanting to be active. And in terms of those volcanoes, I'm talking about like the volcano in Yellowstone, like the volcano in countries that are dormant, that we haven't seen them erupt, and that it would be catastrophic if they were to erupt. I'm not saying that necessarily will erupt, but I definitely say it's going to be scaring us. They'll start smoking, they'll start moving, they'll start waking up, is what I'm seeing. But I definitely see Yellowstone more active, and volcanoes that were dormant, that haven't erupted in years, and I mean years, start to wake up. And in terms of, I definitely do see a tsunami, that it could come out of Asia, because I'm still expecting Asia to have that really strong earthquake. Asia, Japan, China, Taiwan. But definitely with the card of or I don't know where Thailand is at, but Thailand came into mind. But I definitely see another tsunami. Right now, I'll leave it at that. Like a tsunami alert or an actual tsunami. I do see a tsunami this year, though. Les digo que sí vamos a tener un tsunami este año, que lo visualizo muy fuerte también. Es la cosa que yo creo que va a ser muy fuerte. I do see that tsunami very strong, very catastrophic. So I would say que it would be something very strong. Anyways. No, porque nunca dices nada positivo. Pues yo no veo que esté pasando nada positivo. I'm waiting on those positive things. Okay, salgan. Anyways, polar vortex hitting the east coast this week. What? El viento polar. El viento polar. Ya les había dicho que yo visualizaba que casi todo Estados Unidos va a estar congelado. I won't do the predictions for football today. I probably won't post them till Thursday. Till Thursday, or if I have time, I'll post them um, sooner than Thursday. But I don't have time today. Um, and then tomorrow I have appointments with the VA, and then the day after también. So I probably won't post them today. I probably won't be able to post them till Thursday. So, but I'll probably have to film them separate. So I will still post them on here. Excuse me. Ahí va otra vez. I don't know what's going on in South Korea. I'm not too sure what's going on, but it, I don't know. I know they impeached him. I don't I think he's still in power, and they tried to arrest him to remove him from power, but by the good or by the bad, he's gonna be leaving that position. He's going to either resign himself, or they're going to force him out of that office or that power. Let's go get. If it's gonna stay, I doubt that it's gonna be banned. They're because I still see negotiations afterwards. I doubt it. We'll see what happens, but I doubt it. The fires in California. I had already told you guys, I think it was 2 years ago, that there was going to be historical fires. That I had never seen the mountains as green as they were this year. And I've lived in California all my life. And that there was going to be fires. I lived in the Los Angeles area all my life. There's going to be fires historical. And I've been talking about these fires all last year. And I've mentioned fires multiple times, and fires in LA and this and that. I had already mentioned it to you guys. This year is coming in strong. Those fires, I see that they're going to continue out of control. I had just told you guys yesterday that the more we're going to pick up, and I still continue to see more fires. I see that the fires are going to continue till most likely next week. This year is going to be a strong year. The fault line, the San Andreas fault line, starts to activate itself, so we will have another strong earthquake, and it's going to be a year of droughts. A lot of people are worried in this hard time that Los Angeles is going through, because the homes are burning down, and a lot of people are worried if the insurance is going to cover it. And I will say this, they're not going to make it easy. They're not going to want to give up the money. Not everybody's going to be approved for their insurances. I see that some are going to take longer, or they're going to cancel some, deny some of the claims. But that they will be paying for, the insurances will be paying. They will. They're going to make it hard, and they might not pay everybody. And I still see aid for the for Los Angeles. Although Trump has a grudge against California, I still see aid. I still see aid. So let's maintain ourselves optimistic, and put our faith in God, and we're gonna be okay. Who do I see winning for the wild card games? We'll see how many I get right, but these are my picks. These are the ones that I choose. Between Chargers and Texans, I see Chargers winning. Between Steelers and Ravens, I see Ravens winning. Between Broncos and Buffalo Bills, I see Buffalo Bills winning. Between Packers and Eagles, I see Eagles winning. Between Commanders and Buccaneers, I see Commanders winning. Between Vikings and Rams, I see Vikings winning. We'll see how many I get right. And suerte, luck for your favorite team.